Sometimes life asks too much, not with a crash, but with a slow, persistent weariness. It's the quiet urge to set everything down, not from anger, but from deep exhaustion. This isn't failure. It's a gentle signal from your soul, asking for rest. Your body and spirit are simply asking for a pause. There's no shame in needing to rest. It's where strength gathers before returning. You are tired, and that's perfectly all right. The first gift we can offer ourselves is true rest, the kind that mirrors the oak tree in winter. The oak stands bare, doing nothing, yet deep within, it gathers strength for spring. It accepts stillness as vital, knowing growth will return in time. I once knew a carpenter, Samuel, whose hands grew tired. I told him, spend a week in your workshop, but don't build, just be. At first it was hard, but soon he saw the beauty in the wood again. This is the power of intentional rest, a conscious step away from relentless doing. In stillness, our minds clear, like a pond settling when undisturbed. Your mind and body need a fallow season to recharge. This is not laziness, it's self-preservation. Try this affirmation. I give myself permission to rest completely. Feel your tension soften. You are not a machine. Like all living things, you require deep, unapologetic rest. Embrace the stillness of the oak. When the mountain feels too heavy, remember, it's just a collection of small stones. The thought of climbing the whole peak can paralyze us, but what if you only looked at the stone at your feet? I met a writer who couldn't start her book. I asked, "Can you write one sentence?" She did. Soon, a chapter. This is the secret. Break it down until it feels almost silly. Need to clean? Pick up one thing. You don't need to see the whole staircase, just the next step. By focusing on one small stone, you begin to climb the mountain. Our inner voice can be our harshest critic, especially when we're burned out. It tells us we're not enough, that we should be stronger. This negative self-talk drains our energy and convinces us quitting is the only option. But we can change that voice, interrupt the critic, and replace it with kindness. I once struggled with a difficult monologue. My inner voice said, "You've lost it." Instead, I said aloud, "You are capable. Be patient." Slowly, my inner world shifted. Gentle self-talk isn't about pretending everything's perfect. It's about choosing compassion. Become your own mentor, your gentle guide. When you think, "I can't do this," add, "yet." When you think, "I'm exhausted," follow with, "so I'll rest." Shift from judgment to grace. Let this affirmation be your companion. I speak to myself with kindness and compassion. The tone you use matters more than you know. Choose a voice that is warm and steady. This kindness is powerful fuel for your journey. You are the narrator of your own story. When we're weary, we often retreat, thinking our struggle is a burden. But isolation only magnifies our fears. We're not meant to carry these loads alone. I once felt adrift on a film set until a colleague simply asked, "How are you holding up?" I told the truth, and the weight was halved. Sharing your struggle isn't weakness, it's connection. When you speak your truth to someone you trust, you release pressure and allow yourself to be seen. This reflection can be a lifeline, Let this affirmation guide you. It is safe for me to share my burden. You don't need a solution, just the courage to be vulnerable. The simple act of being heard rekindles hope. You are part of a community, and no one has to walk through the dark alone. Connection lightens the load. When the world feels grey, it's easy to see only what's wrong. But gratitude widens our view, revealing small patches of light. I started a habit. Before sleep, I find 3 things to be grateful for, even on hard days. Sometimes it's just the comfort of my bed or the sound of rain. This practice shifts your focus, training your brain to notice small wonders. It doesn't solve everything, but it changes your inner weather. Yes, things are hard, but also this cup of tea is warm. Gratitude is a quiet rebellion against despair. Try this affirmation. I can find something to be grateful for, right here, right now. Maybe it's the chair holding you, the silence, or simply your breath. Gratitude is a soft light you can turn on, no matter how dark it seems. Let it guide you. Burnout often comes from saying yes too often, yes to others, no to ourselves. Learning to say a gentle no is not selfish, it's survival. I learned this the hard way, saying yes until I was exhausted and sick. I had to draw boundaries to protect my time and energy. A simple, "I'm sorry, I don't have the capacity for that right now," became an act of kindness to myself. Boundaries aren't walls, they're fences protecting your inner garden. They let you decide what to let in and what to keep out. Each boundary is a statement of self-worth. Let's hold this affirmation. My well-being is worthy of protection. Saying no allows you to say yes to what truly matters, your health and peace. It's how you take back your energy, one decision at a time. Honor the signal your body sends. Healing begins with boundaries. We live in a world that worships speed, but healing has its own rhythm. It moves like a river, sometimes slow, sometimes swift, always forward at its own pace. I once planted a storm-damaged rosebush. I wanted it to heal quickly, but it bloomed only when I let go of my timeline. Your recovery is like that rosebush. It needs patience and trust. There will be good days and hard days. This is not failure, but the natural path of healing. The river doesn't despair at a bend. It follows the land. On difficult days, don't fight the current. Move slowly, conserve energy, and trust you're still moving forward. Let this thought guide you. I honor the pace of my own healing. You can't rush the dawn or force a flower to bloom. Your energy and spirit will return in their own time. Be kind to yourself, tend your garden gently, and trust the river's journey. Progress is not always fast, but it is always forward. Trust your own pace. What matters most isn't how quickly you overcome exhaustion, but how kindly you treat yourself while you're in it. Your worth isn't measured by productivity, it's inherent. Burnout doesn't diminish your value. It's a sign your spirit needs tending. Motivation is like the sun, sometimes hidden, but always there. The dawn always arrives. Trust yourself. The dawn will come.